Maybe no bugs? Welcome to part 1 of Let's Play Pokemon Legends ZA. Ah! Oh dear. You back up so I can have room. Ugh. And the capture card desync. Nice. OBS virtual cam, USB video. Testing my face movement. Welcome to part 1 of Let's Play Pokemon Legends ZA. And this'll be the first, maybe full face cam vid, where my face'll be a very small area in the bottom right hand corner. I am gonna try something special with this LP. Just to keep it interesting for me. Obviously in English. Obviously the cute girl. And obviously the name will be me and Red. You can change the hair color eventually, but let's start with the violet hair. Angled eyes. What color? Sapphire's a pretty color. Sharp. Found out I like that. Scarlet. Average. Scarlet. No beauty spots. Freckles max. Dark circles under eyes because you all know I tend to be recording with insomnia. Ready. This time I might end up seeing the Zygarde cell jump out of the bag. Unlike my first reaction. This is being recorded day 3. I'm thinking of after this session uploading everything. Also, because of the first reactions up, we can skip these intro cuts. Don't have a run or slide command yet. We don't have to care about this. Honestly, because of the first reaction video, I could skip all the annoying cutscenes. Well, most of them. I'm trying to press start now, which is how you skip cutscenes, and pause cutscenes, but nothing's happening. Actually, I think from the next video on, I'll be taking up residence all the way up there in the top right hand corner. We don't need to talk Urbane. We don't care. We don't need your speech. I don't know what I said, but I probably said yes, I am a tourist. Don't care. We already saw. To fool. I should have accessed the settings already. There will be some troubles with what I have planned. Because, quite frankly, there are several. I don't need that. Game settings. Enable. Let's beat that to the crap up. I'm trying to run, but the game don't have running enabled yet. Just saying I already know which Pokemon I'm picking. And for the tutorial areas, I'm just picking the top option, whatever it was. At least everything I've looked at in the first video. If you wanna read what's the first reaction, and if I were not doing this type of run, if I'm doing the type of run I'm trying for, not picking Totodile would be nuts. the tutorial, I kind of have a minimal choice of my team. But after the tutorial's all said and done, using a layer more than when the down arrow exists is pointless. So I'm gonna only use status elements when the opponent has no status element to speed things up a bit. So you'll probably see me using layer very little. Just saying, picking Totodile is important for the goal of this run. I know about where we were in the first reaction video. You have a high selection of possible clothing in the game. And the battle zones will be a bit on the side of annoying for my goal. Because it'll probably be multiple days of the battle zones we'd have to go through. I'm planning on this being more of a break project. Water gun special, so layer's useless for this final move. Skip. Something I thought about in my first reactions is related to what's gonna be occurring in this video. Because I did find out, yes, you can maybe perform that run. What do I mean, maybe? I'll probably have to be over leveled. Oh, so that's when it jumps out. No wonder barely looking off to the side yielded in the end of that scene. Uh, uh, I know we finished the Wildin area. Unlocked clothing. Choice to change. Hey Zygarzel, I still don't know why you were on that train. No, serious, I don't. No cutscene has explained it quite yet. We're of a team of two boys and two girls, including me. There's no reason to go to the roof yet. And I still don't know why exactly we have the game be called Pokemon Legends ZA besides the ZA Royale. And I have no idea why exactly it's called the ZA Royale. Team MZ, I know why. You're gonna probably find out in this episode. I'm curious, could I change back now? Or do I need that tutorial? And no, I don't have any other cards to get a free trench coat. I only have the one and it works for only one run. Enchanted. Enchanted. Yeah, the only reason I went out of my way to change the option there is I knew a French one's coming. I'm pressing minus, can't do anything. I have to battle him, it seems. Seems I didn't have to leave. Also, of a note, if you need to heal up, you can. X is the menu. Grew to level 8. You can press plus to open the map, or X. No, you can't press X yet. That guy don't exist yet. Normally, Pokemon you see will get immediately registered in air quotes to your decks. But because you done battles before Bane, before getting the decks, they don't get registered. Also found something out. You get all the premier balls you would have got. If you could, I'm betting now you would be able to access the rooftop and get a thing from there. Because a certain roadblock was in the way first. Yep, definitely feeling moving my face to the top right hand corner once we get free roam. That was a predetermined fail catch. It happened both the times. I think it's more overly to tell you that you can sometimes fail to catch a Pokemon. I know. I wish I was more reliable with those. It shows a Pichu there, but there's a problem with that being seen. See that sparkle on the ground? That's what you see up on the roof. A random common collectible. Wait already got a Vexling and a Bunnybee. Not a Weedle, nor a Mary. Okay then. In theory, if you level up on OB enough here, you could get that Pichu. But at the moment, you can't. What do you mean, Meandered? Isn't Roxmas required? Well, I did mention during the first reaction that I feel something about that area. These rocks. And I wasn't lying in the slightest. It's not really the move you use. It's more the type you use. For some cases, you have to use a stronger type of that move, others a weaker, and so on. And if it's just a normal barrier, it's a case of you have the type of a move, you can pass. There will be one Pokemon exception to my rule of only using a very specific move type. I mean, my plan. But I'd mostly be using that one for purposes of getting rid of the barriers. We've already seen him. He's the final member of Team MZ that I've seen. I'm pretty sure Bunnelby can learn a fighting type of move eventually without knowing, without having to use a TM. How about let's get a Pokemon that is a bit tedious to catch on our way while getting a flying type. Pichu, for example, is very annoying. It'll take me some work to catch. Because you only get one chance to encounter Pichu, and after that one chance is up, it runs. Those rocks aren't a true barrier. So I'm gonna leave him be because if you leave rocks alone, why didn't he? I think it's 100% of your Pokeballs you lose, he finds after you talk to him. These rocks stay here as long as you don't break him. Can I, no, can't lock get close enough to do that. Manage this. Man. Besides hoping on luck. At the moment, the game is hand holding you. Yeah, there's still a 2 rock gap. It's at the same spot as yesterday. Oh yeah, I should probably start slowing down with my A presses. Because we're past where I stopped. In summary, he said, let's go and chat. We chatted, and then let's talk outside. He's going outside to wait for the battle area. Why'd I go to the second floor? I clearly meant to go to the roof. That little sparkle doesn't exist until you go to the Pokemon Center. Ah! And switching to Totodile because That's the only Pokemon I'm gonna let myself use of this team as far as I can. Can I? Can those beeps stop interfering? Yes, I'm running Chrome in the background. Normally, it isn't about how many trainers, but for the tutorial, you're forced into just the one. I probably should have grinded, but I'm sure my three potions will allow me to solo run a bit. Make that four potions. That's where I came from. That's where I have to go. Ah, that's an optional spot. Trainers that are a higher rank than you may be a challenge. That guy seems like he just has a Weedle. Dang it! Couldn't sneak attack. And he's meaning you're not exposed to take on that Pidgeotto. So if you get that scene, you've probably skipped a trainer. You're exposed to take on her Bunnaby. And you're a bit too low level to take on a Pidgeotto. Unless you've done some major grinding. Even when you exploit weaknesses. This the next thing will be tedium. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna see if I can defeat some wilds. If just to push my level up a bit higher. Wonderful, Fetchling. Thank you. Come on! Why is that Fetchling a run obsessed Pokemon? Do they respawn yet? Don't seem it. Never mind, they probably do. Cutting! How'd you tell my Rumble about the fire in the air fryer? And someone forgot to get his one exception. A rode early on with a gardevoir. Speaking of... Dang it! No XP candies. Can't teach rocks math either. Pokemon don't evolve on their own. So let's evolve this Weedle. Even though I have no plans of using it on the team. What? What was that? I don't hear you. I'm totally not planning on a solo type run, with the exceptions of distributions. I mean, how crazy would that be to do a solo type run? I can try that. I full out do admit that I'll probably have to do more. Oh yeah, the only battling I've done were ones with why you're the Pokemon and the ones that don't give you money outright. I'm going to go out of my way to beat Zack, even if Totodile faints, and Roach does too. Well, I do have a revive if I need that. Let's give them both an orange berry for now. Because I outright want to try to beat every foe that I face according to my own rules. Bone chance to both of us. I'm guessing that's bone. Maybe bone. Piece of ghetto. Which it won't be for me, but probably will for all of you. Reason? I'm gonna be healing. Switch out for rods. Switch out for rods. This is why it's gonna be a pain. Swift, confusing, disarming voice. Switch to the dial. Wow! I was able to follow my rules for every trainer battle thus far. You might be noticing a little something. Me and Red, what rules are you playing as? You'll have to wait and find out for when we get our second, possibly third team member. The third one will be a pain for me because it's kind of rare. Hello there. Who are you? I know who she is. Emma! I wish I could have her clothes. If you can get her clothes, please let me know. I'm not talking about the trench coat. Actually, half am. I'm talking about that catsuit he's wearing. I'll probably be putting up part 1 a week after I get after the day that I put up my first reaction to the game. So I could easily know. And I'm thinking of scheduling the first reaction instead of uploading it on the day I upload these videos. So you get the weekend held together by my videos. do, but I'll let you all tell us. No idea. M is for Mega Evolution, and the Z is from Hotel Z. So Team Mega Evolution Hotel Z. There's some more to the M bit than he's letting on. But if I go to that, it'll be a kind of major spoiler. And I'm not that much for major spoilers in my LP. Minor ones? Sure. Major? No. Example, the Xenoblade 1 LP. I was dancing around Fiora being my favorite team member. It's croissant curry. I wish I could make this in a Pokemon game. It looks delicious. But personally, I don't care for curry. Tends to be a bit too spicy for me. Naveen always, as far as I know, will reject it. Every time you get a promotion rank up, you're gonna have this cutscene occur where you're at the table celebrating your promotion and something happens. The next day, while Naveen always says something around the lines of, I'm not eating that curry. Oh, yeah, you can't get to me to wear a hat. I'd take off of my shoes if I could. Does the roof keep restocking that random item? Yep. Ooh, in extra small. Now that Rhodes has, now that we're at the point of the questionably free roam, I say questionably for a good reason. We're not at free roam. This is starting a little something. Aw, thank you. You let the rocks for us. Red Canary increases your XP. I'm probably gonna be buying the Canary Pluses in a different order than my test run. Are those rocks? Mega crystals. You're gonna want to have your preferred party member always break it. Honestly about that. You're not gonna have access to using those yet. So I wouldn't suggest you go out of your way to get more of those than you have to. Also, Swift can miss. At the moment, I'm just gonna care for them in if they're in big clusters. Like where you learn about them. Yeah, you can take damage from falling. Actually, 4 is the max here. I forgot about one Pokemon. Thanks. And obviously Magikarp's one of the team members. No, serious. I'll still need the Bunnelby for a bit. Still just the Magikarp in the water. And none of them are shiny. That Patrat's easier at another point to catch. The type of run I'm doing will actually be an excuse for me to finally evolve a Barnacle. Still just the Magikarps. See that anger? It means you can't catch it at the moment. But don't worry, you get a chance to catch after you defeat Pokemon. Oh yeah, probably shouldn't care for that. Magikarp. Hold on a sec. Can Binacle learn Rock Smash? No. So Bunnelby still has some use on the team. I knew its evolution does. If you pay attention to the trees here, which I'm not doing, you could maybe find yourself a Kakuna. But as you see, I have no need for another Kakuna. You only have Screech and Water Gun. Still don't appear to be spawning. Might be nocturnal. because some, oh, see that? It's a cocoon. In the wild, they can have a poison sting. So be careful, you don't want your Pokemon to be poisoned. We get a quick law. Should I? The sooner you're a Gyarados, the better for my cause. Even if I wanted to go there, I can't. Seems I've been everywhere. The game will let me go. If you buy a coffee or anything really from these food trucks, you get to have your Pokemon healed fully for some reason. Hello there, sus person. Once we reach the Looker Bureau, we can outright start exploring as we please. Yeah, that's a good tip. Me and Red, why did you switch to roads for your quick summon? I've been at this point. I know what we're gonna do with this. The taxi guy we fought earlier said something about he'll be wanting us, wanting Luminos to ban all forms of transport besides taxis. If he gets to rank A. Swift can miss if it hits a surface. I'm rank Y. Yeah, of course. I'm just, I'll talk to her, then I'll go in, say, hi area, and leave. It has no Pokemon I'd be full out wanting. I'm pretty sure it's here that I'm thinking of. Not over there. Definitely not there. Nor there. Or there. Nope. Nope. I'm guessing it was maybe outside the path of area 2. Or was it? Can't go in there. Not there. Nor there. There. That's pretty. You could sometimes be close enough for you to chuck a Pokeball into. There are two ways to go over a gap. Just walk and pray or roll. Don't worry if you're thinking this video is getting too long. We're about at the point I'd be willing to call it. Do you? No. You got the move I want. Remember this for later. You'll want to know that area exists. Why'd I want Ember? That's why. It's a fire type move. And really, I don't think there's a single water type Pokemon that could learn a fire type move. But I guess Roach could possibly learn Fire Punch. But for now, Bumblebee and Leo are kind of useful because they both destroy a specific type of terrain. Bumblebee with the fighting type terrain, and Leo with fire type terrain. Mm, ah, sorry for a black corner a bit. Maybe I should turn on my room light whilst recording. Yeah, maybe should. There we go. Light. Emma's asleep. Me and Red, why haven't you talked about first person mode? I will once I get free roam. What is first person mode? Will ya be quiet? This is practically first person mode. You can move around with your camera and to look closer at things you may not have been able. Wait, Emma's Esperla? You dating Flare member? That's in the Team Flare outfit! These are books that don't seem to have any titles. Well, some of them do, but they're a bit too blurry. And if you pay attention to the characters' chests, you'll notice they breathe in their idle animation. Let's see what. Oh, can't read. When you're done with the first person mode, just press B twice. And now we have free roam. albeit we're expected to do quests. But we can explore the map as we please. And that means I have a date with the location. I'm sure there's some wild water types that I don't have over there. But while we're running around, let's accept quests. Really, you wouldn't know what every single type of terrain's for unless you outright experiment with every single type. Me and Red, why did you hop into that wild zone just to immediately leave it? There are some reasons to hop into wild zones if you're just gonna leave him. That's a tutorial about turning on your guidance mode. That type of terrain can be destroyed by any attack, as long as it can hit the terrain. And really, besides webs, rocks, and dry grass, there aren't that many terrain types left. Let me let you in on a little something. You're not supposed to go to Wild Area 6 now! But is that gonna stop me? Even though you're supposed to be 15 or higher here? Not really. Pinnacles and a Magikarp are all the water types. Ay. And there's a Houndour. Also, word of note, that's one of each color of the baby. You'll probably want that tip. Oh, I have to go inside to unlock this travel spot. So, until later, you can't go in that mystery area. Who is this cutie? Well, we're not gonna find out who she is for quite some time now. But if you go to your satchel, key items, you'll notice, hey, that looks a lot like that weird character. Now, don't it? Yay, Magikarp can defend itself now. No, not on Litleo. I'll probably be collecting colorful screws off screen if there is enough. There are a lot of the things we don't yet have access to fully. Obviously, for one, there are more wild areas in the game because the amount of the Pokemon in the few wild areas we have and all you get, I mean, come on, this game may be a small world, but there's a lot to do in that small world. For example, buy a lot of clothes, which is a staple that I'm glad to return. But this, you can buy a trench coat here. Okay, Meandered, how can you enter this store? I'm afraid boutique culture is for none but the truly stylish. I hate that gimmick. Meandered, what gimmick is there? Is that? I'm gonna say two words, and it'll probably annoy you if you've played Pokemon X and Y. Style points. These are three fossils. Don't buy them yet, even if you could. They're a waste of your money at the moment. You're not gonna have any use for them for a while now. The more you explore, the more the map fills up. And we have quite the big map. And seems like I've missed the Pokemon Center. And several shops. I'll get out to Pokemon except the final Pokemon Center, except the final quest. This boutique is expensive. Dang it! I know what she wants, and I don't have the thing for it. No, this boutique isn't the expensive one. It's the one where I got my shorty shorts. But this place is a bit expensive at the moment. Really? You could get the money for every piece of clothing available at the moment now. You could if you wanted. Let's of us travel there because we could get another party member close by. And it might help us a bit. I'm not talking about that trash. Or that fire monkey which we already have. Or that other trash bag. Sure. 11, 12. November 12th. There's no monkeys up here. That's not the right tree. That's a trainer's. I know they have set spawn locations. Unlike back in my first run where I thought they kept exchanging places. making it heavily annoying for me. Sludge! How do we clear sludge, everyone? Water. Wait. No, that's just the Kakuna Weedle tree grass area. Hmm. No, it's not here. Um, where was that area? That looks like a pretty clean sweep area that could possibly have it, or lead to an area that's connected to one that does. There you are, my water monkey. And you may want to catch yourself a grass monkey as well. And if you're gonna evolve your water monkey, which I might, you may want to catch another. But I'm sure we'll come across more water monkeys eventually. In other words, pampors. Hold on. Just saying early on, I heavily recommend against using fast travel. That's a hex maniac. They're looking good now. I don't know if there's any use in Hotel Rechissimo. But with all three monkeys captured, I'd say now's the perfect time to call it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, as always, keep it joyful.